Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to share with you a small little haul, a small little plant haul. I purchased 3 plants and one of them came from Home Depot and the other 2 came from Lowe's. So I'm going to start out first with the one that came from Home Depot, and that is a Variegated Jade. And this one is the white and green variegated kind. And I believe there are 2 different kinds. There's one that's kind of like a lemon lime and green, and then there's the white and green, and this one is the white variegation. So again, this one came from Home Depot, and this one, I want to say it was around $5 for this. And when I'm finished with the other 2, I'll do a small little repot of this one because I want to get it planted into some different soil and a prettier little pot. So that was the first one. My second plant that I'd like to share with you is this. On the tag, it's listed as a Hoya billifolia wax plant or Hoya DS70. But I want to say I have heard that the billifolia is harder to come by. I'm not sure whether this plant is the same plant as the DS70 or the Bertonier. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably the Bertonier. Just because from what I have heard, the billifolia is different and it's a little bit harder to come by, but I'm not really quite sure. So anyway, this plant is a beautiful, beautiful plant. It has the fuzzy little leaves, and this plant, when it is exposed to some pretty intense sunlight, the foliage will turn like a red, like a fiery red, and it is just super, super gorgeous. This plant I have been looking for the last, I would say probably for the last year. I did come across it one time at Lowe's, my local Lowe's, and the plant didn't look very well. It was very sparse on top, and it just didn't look good. So I passed on it. And this one I ended up finding at a Lowe's that's just outside of where I live. So I picked it up, and I want to say this one was only like $10.97, which was kind of odd because usually they're like $12.97 or $11.97. The price was a little bit off, but anyway, $10.97 for this at Lowe's, and I was very, very happy to find this one. Love it. This is my third purchase, and this one I also found at Lowe's, and this is in the Costa Farms Trending Tropicals line. There were 2 left, and neither one of them looked the greatest. You could see that there's some imperfections on the foliage. So I'm kind of keeping this one quarantined, and I think I am going to pick up some copper fungicide today just to be on the safe side. I think I'm going to treat it with the fungicide just to be sure that what I'm seeing isn't a powdery mildew or something of that sort. I'm not quite sure whether it's just damage from sun or overwatering or what, but I did repot this one into this cute little heart planter, and I did that the other day. The billifolia or the Bertonier and this one I purchased within the last week, and the Variegated Jade, I purchased that one probably a couple of weeks ago. And all three of these plants have been on my wish list. This one for quite some time, for probably a good 1.5 to 2 years. This one's been on my wish list. So I was really, really pleased to find this one. So happy. I forgot to mention what this last plant that I showed you was. And this is a Begonia maculata whitey. And at Lowe's, along with this plant for the Trending Tropicals line, they also had a Peperomia polybatra, the teardrop peperomia. I was looking for specifically also the ZZ Raven, but they did not have ZZ Raven this time. And they also had a fiddle leaf fig, and I think that was it for this time around. But I know that in upcoming shipments, the plants will change. I believe they also have an Adansonii, a Monstera Adansonii that could possibly come out. I'm not sure whether it will make it to Milo's or not, but I'll probably be checking every couple of weeks just to see what they have. So, okay, so now we will get into the repot. I'm just going to set up my little work area here and I will be right back. Okay guys, I have my pot. This is actually the pot that the Begonia maculata whitey eye came in, and I repotted that into a different pot, my little heart pot. So this one does not have a hole, so I'm just using a nursery pot. I put a little piece of a paper towel down in here just to keep the soil from falling out. And my soil mixture is the same soil mixture that I use all the time, and it's about 2/3 of a regular potting mix with the cactus soil mix in it as well, along with amendments, perlite, orchid bark, mosquito bits, and some worm castings in there as well. So I'm just going to add some soil into the bottom of the pot, so we can get this repot started. Excuse me. I was really happy to find this little guy as well. This one I've been wanting for quite some time, and there have been a couple of times when I've passed it by and just thought to myself, oh, okay, well, they have it now, you know, they'll have it in a couple of weeks, I'll get it a little bit later. And usually when I find these guys, the Variegated Jades, it's in the beginning of the spring. And once they're gone, you know, I know Home Depot and Lowe's, they don't normally tend to get them back. Sometimes you might see shipments of them come in, but I know for the last 2 years, I've seen them in the springtime and then never picked one up. And then, you know, I searched for them throughout the season and was never able to find them. So this is the roots on this guy. The soil is really packed, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the bottom part of these roots. And just fluff up the bottom a little bit. Lots of roots in this guy, so it'll be fine. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is what we have left. Got some soil. I think I'm going to position the camera down so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, that's a little bit better so that you can see, and I still need to add a little bit more soil. It's sitting down a little bit too low. Sorry for my arm, guys. I think that should be good, maybe. A little bit more. Yeah, that's good. So, today it is supposed to be 50 degrees and sunny. So, I have some things. If you hear the beeping noise in the background, guys, that is my refrigerator. So I'm going to get out. Actually, I need to see what that beeping noise is. One second. That was actually one of my clocks beeping because it needs a new battery. So we took care of that. And let's get back to this repot. So anyway, yes, 50 degrees today. and sunny. So I am going to get some things done. I have some errands to run. Probably stop at Lowe's to pick up some of that copper fungicide so I can get that out of the way. This thing to sit in the center. So I need to move this back just a little bit like this. So ready for springtime, summertime. I'm ready for some swimming. I'm ready to hang out in my pool on my raft with a nice cold beverage, some sunshine, longer days. Yeah, so ready. Okay, let's see here. This soil is a little clumpy. I thought I got all the clumps out, but I didn't. Let's see. So, do you all have plans for the summertime? Do you go away? Family reunions? Our family typically has reunions every year, but for the last couple of years, we haven't been able to attend because my husband has been working. So maybe it'll be different this year. I don't know. We shall see. In the summertime, I just kind of feel like every day is a vacation. When the weather's nice, you know, there's always something that you can find to do. We have Seneca Lake that's close to us, so occasionally we like to go to the lake and hang out. And there are some nice parks around here as well. One that I like to attend is every now and then. I like to walk up to the gorge is Havana Glen. Havana Glen is beautiful. Watkins Glen State Park, which is where they have NASCAR. That area, Watkins Glen, is beautiful. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to summertime. You know, and it's odd because the last couple of years, I don't typically look forward to wintertime, but to be honest, this winter really hasn't been that bad. I can't complain. The weather here for New York hasn't been extremely cold like some years. Some years, you know, we can get down to about, you know, below zero, and it can stay that way for quite a while. But this year has not been too bad. So, okay guys, I think we are about done with this little repot. Here's some more little chunks of soil that didn't get broken up. Press this down a little bit. Okay, my friends, this is the end result. Pretty little jade. Nice little find for me. Finally have one. You just position this camera upwards. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content and you would like to see more, please give me a subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.